That was weird.
It was a bit.
It was only 10 seconds. It was quite, I don't know what happened there. I don't think I'll use that one again. All right. Good evening. Welcome to the first evening sprint in a while since before I had my teeth removed. My name is Jamie Sands. I am an author of urban fantasy and queer romance and random other things. And this is my co-host. We weren't sure we were going to have. You introduce yourself.
Kevin. So hi. I am still eating tea.
Good.
So this is so last minute. But yeah, basically I'm doing a course. We had a workshop tonight. We had 2 speakers and the first speaker had to cancel. So our tutor invited the second speaker to move forward, and she was like, no, I am going to speak at exactly the same time that Jamie had scheduled their live stream.
I'm sure she used those words too.
Yeah, it was in the email that was sent to all of the students.
Good.
But I managed, there's the train going past.
Good.
I managed to catch up with my tutor today and say, hey, I've had something come up. I am going to watch the recording. And she was like, yep, that's cool.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So here I am. Eating my dinner.
Eating your dinner. Well, I had a full-on day at work. And as soon as I'd finished work, which was obviously all here because we're still locked down, I just powered through some beta edits on my young adult witchy fiction. And I also came up with a ton of new ideas for new projects, which is not really what I needed to do, but that's where my brain was. So I've written them down so I don't forget them. And now I feel completely brain dead and sleepy. So hopefully these sprints will help and I'll be able to get some words out on my work in progress.
Willie has suggested we do eating sprints. I feel I would be very good at those.
I think so too. I'd be really good at that one as well. And we could do like theme nights, like Chinese eating sprint, Indian food eating sprint.
Jamie, when you and Anna visited Japan, did you ever come across a restaurant that offered tabe hodai?
No. Is that one of the all-you-can-eats?
Yeah, but tabe is basically eat, and hodai is all you can, basically.
Yeah. I've read about them. We never found one.
Yeah. Well, there was a cafe in Hiroshima that used to do cake hodai, which is all-you-can-eat cake. And whenever they did this, the line was 3 blocks long, and it was only women in groups of 2. It was hilarious. Because of the long wait, I never got the chance to do it, but it is I have a lot of regret about things I have done in my life, and that is up there. Thank you, Hodai.
That sounds incredible. We're actually not very good at eating out at Japan in the evening because we would fill our days with so much stuff that by the time dinner time came around, we'd kind of just go wherever was most convenient or buy food from the konbini and just take it back to our hotel room, which was always really delicious. So, delicious and cheap. So we're like, oh, we're not missing out on anything.
Yeah. I was kind of the same thing, except that some of the experiences that I was hunting for in Japan were revolved around food. So, for example, there was a ninja restaurant, and
we have been to the ninja restaurant in Tokyo.
But there is also this place very close to Spa World that does pretty much everything on a fried and on a stick.
Oh, I love that.
Osaka is famous for fried food on sticks, but this place was we will do everything. So you get asparagus crumbed in on a stick, quail eggs crumbed in on a stick. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
They did not have chocolate or Mars bars fried on sticks, but I did get a fried Mars bar at the Yamaguchi military camp.
Obviously.
Also, this is hilarious, right? There was this American military base in Yamaguchi, and once a year they would open the base up to any members of the public to celebrate Friendship Day.
Mhm.
And all of the American ALTs in my town were like so obsessing over this for months because there was a Taco Bell on the military base. And I was like, I've eaten Taco Bell. It's not good. But
It's good.
like we got on the bus, drove for 2 hours to Yamaguchi to go in there. And there was this long, there was like, okay, American passport holders go straight in.
Yeah.
Japanese passport holders, there was a quicker line, but then there was a line for everyone else. And I was in everyone else line. And it was me, a couple of Russians, and a bunch of Koreans. And it was so awkward. But I got into the base and I got to eat my deep fried Mars bar. My friends had already, by the time I got through, they were all at the Taco Bell. And I wandered around looking for the Taco Bell, could not find it. So I was just like, there's a whole bunch of food over here. That's where I'm going.
That's where you're gonna go.
Yeah, I had a deep fried Mars bar and a red velvet cake. And I was,
Yum.
yeah.
I love Taco Bell. We've got up in Auckland, and we went there on Sunday night. That recently it was amazing.
We've
Anyway,
got one in Christchurch now, and I've finally found the Taco Bell food that I like. So I enjoy the Crunchwrap Supreme.
oh yeah,
Julie,
Anna's a big fan.
Julie is all about the loaded fries.
The loaded fries are good. I like the chalupas. I've just introduced the chalupas, and they're really good. Like chewy, bready. Anyway,
I think I would be persuaded to try a chalupa.
we're here to write, not talk about eating.
Yeah,
I do have a snack for later.
brilliant.
How shall I draw a movie tarot?
We've had movie tarot at the weekend, and you do have other tarot decks. Shall we break format?
Okay. So this is my oldest tarot deck. It is it's pretty traditional, but it's sort of a little new agey.
Yeah.
And I've got Therapets, and I've got the original Rider-Waite tarot, which I pretty much only use for writing, so it's pretty well tuned for that.
Ooh.
Whatever you like.
I am torn between your oldest deck and the Rider-Waite. I don't know. I've got Julie is voting for the oldest set.
Oldest set. Okay, I like that. So this deck was given to me by my brother when I turned 16, I believe. So I've had it for many a year now. And the art is all based on stained glass windows.
Oh, lovely.
Figures in stained glass windows rather than regular stained glass windows, I suppose. But yes. All right,
Okay.
let me know when. It's called the Connolly deck.
Now.
Oh, okay. The Fool.
Oh, that's awesome. He's got a dog.
Yes.
I know a dog that looked almost exactly like that dog, except more spots on its body.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, traditionally the Fool does have a dog. And traditionally he's meant to be walking off the cliff, but because this deck is a bit new agey, he's just near a cliff. He's at a crossroads. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does the Fool mean? It's the start of the journey. It's optimism and walking forward.
Misplaced optimism.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're getting into, but it's all of the enthusiasm and momentum and uplifting kind of good vibes that come with starting something.
Yep, that sounds very accurate for what Alistair's up to at the moment. Given that it's the end of the book, there are a lot of things beginning, so that makes sense. There it is again. Very pretty cards.
Cool.
Yeah. Shall I do the timer?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, text from my mum. Good. Okay. 5 minutes starting now. Oh, excuse me. Guess what?
Oh. Wow. That is
So I
very
got
exciting.
about a page, but it was over a page and a half. So I've got that much left in this book, and then it's done. But I don't think I'm going to finish it. So that's it. That's my warm-up book that I started at the start of these sprints.
Yep. That is very satisfying. I've just realized I wrote down the wrong date for today, so I've just corrected my journal.
Well, could happen to anyone.
Yeah. I did a little pep talk in my journal, some of it for myself, some of it for Sirius.
Good.
I
feel like he will need a lot of encouragement in the next wee while.
He's weird. Good news though, I am officially past the midpoint, which I think happens in chapter 25.
Gosh.
The big awful happens in chapter 26.
Yeah.
And but there are consolations to his situation, and he is enjoying those.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, and that's that's right.
He's so weird.
These books, they're surprising us a lot.
Yeah. This is I can't, as somebody who wrote a Morganell Prince, who firmly believes he is the main character of every story he appears in, regardless of who's actually telling the story. I cannot say that these guys are my most dramatic characters, but there's something about the story that's just more extra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I hope people like them. Fingers crossed. I did mention it in a group I'm in. What was it called? Might have been Small But Mighty MM Romance. And someone said, "Oh, what are you working on?" And I was like, "Well, I'm doing this queer retelling of The Secret Garden. It's sort of gothic and paranormal." And a couple of people were like, "Oh, that sounds great." So I'm like, fingers crossed.
I don't think anyone could not like, well, I am biased, but Alistair is just, he's not your typical narrator, and I think
he's really not.
You'll love him for that. His thought processes are just such a delight. I think, yeah. I'm pretty confident that your readers will enjoy him. And I kind of suspect that my readers will as well, because you know what, people in, so I did a big focus group a few months back.
That's right.
No, at the start of November.
Oh my God.
Like 2 weeks ago. It was November.
Felt like a year ago.
What is time? But one of the things that my readers said they enjoyed about my stuff was that all of my main characters feel like their own characters, basically.
Yeah,
and that's what I get from Alistair. And actually, Thomas and William as well. Samal not, but only because he's still a bit quiet and shy.
I think Sam is very quiet.
Is his own, and when it does, it's going to be glorious.
Yeah.
So I think
I don't think it's going to be in this book. I don't think he's going to come out of his shell yet. He knows what he wants, but that's all he knows. He doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't know how to relate to people. He just is there.
Yeah. Well, we should actually do some work, probably.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. All right.
Judy is working on a blog post tonight about ADHD, managing ADHD and studying, or how to study ADHD. And
that sounds really good.
It's going to be great.
Okay.
And I've got some coursework, unfortunately. I want to get done.
Okay. Well, I'm going to jump into Alistair's story because they're in the garden at the moment, and the garden's always a fun place to write.
Yeah.
So 20 minutes Starting now. Okay, I'm in here. Watch. Hello. Oops. Marie. Yeah, come on. Say hi. Only noisy from the floor. Hey. Mer. You've got food. Mhm.
Sounded like some busy typing.
Yeah. Because Mochi interrupted me, I wanted to go as fast as I could for the rest of the sprint. So also it's a very sweet scene. You're going to like this. It was cute. So I like writing cute stuff. So I got through it quite quickly. 631 words.
That's fantastic. Is it cuter than top? Okay. I cannot wait.
It involves the same characters.
Yay.
Where are we? The 23rd.
I had to. So I am. Yeah, Julie is doing Pokemon Bash, which is very important. I caught a Squirtle wearing sunglasses today, and that was hugely exciting.
Squirtles wearing sunglasses are very important. Just wait till Christmas, and then we'll get Pikachu with Santa hat or some other kind of festive hat on.
I
and
already
maybe
have
some others.
Santa hat Pikachu.
We usually get Delibirds around then too.
Awesome. I do not think I have one of those. What was I saying? So I'm currently working on the focus group assignment. Basically, I went over it with our tutor today, and she was like, yeah, you can basically finish this and hand it in. So I'm like, oh, cool.
Okay.
But it meant that I had to go back and look at the transcript, and it is hilarious. I'll see. But yeah, basically, Read by Candlelight got translated as ribeye something. Oh, and this is me introducing myself. I will go and put it in the chat because it's very funny.
Okay, I'm excited.
Wait. Sink even.
Gillian, sink even. Yeah, good. Good.
So, and apparently I said, I said yeah 50 million times. And we've got this guy called Mike who is apparently involved.
Mike.
Yes. So yeah, this will hopefully you're informed my future writing and marketing choices.
Well, my brother is called Mike, and he writes and releases his own tabletop role playing games. So if you've informed him about marketing choices, I'm sure he'll be thrilled.
What's also funny is that periodically Otter, which is the transcription software I'm using, is like, okay, and now we've had a change of speaker, and it said unknown speaker 1 is me, and then unknown speaker 2, but unknown speaker 2 is also me.
Changing the tone of your voice.
Or maybe it's just like one person cannot possibly talk this much.
I'm sure Otter doesn't judge on that.
So Nikki is doing some reading while waiting for their earbuds to charge. I hope you're enjoying your reading. Yeah.
Okay. Let's jump into the next sprint because I'm feeling psyched.
Yes. You've got to get as much done before Mochi returns to demand further attention.
Yeah, she forgot where we put her bickies, so I had to move them. She's had this thing lately, instead of eating at her regular food bowl place, we bring them out into the lounge and we say it's takeaways, and then she eats them. And they'd been moved back, so I had to give her takeaways. Sometime soon she's going to come in demanding her medicine because she loves medicine time. She doesn't love the insulin shot, but she loves her heart meds and all the other meds, so she'll ask for it. Usually it's about 8. I'm going to see if I can hold it off.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Okay, so I've got 20 minutes on the clock. Starting now. That's our second sprint done. I was undistracted by Cat.
Well done. 2 trains went past during that last sprint, bringing the total of trains that have gone past to 3, I think, which is hilarious because, yeah, there are not that many trains in New Zealand.
There's really not.
So there is the Trans-Pacific, I think it is, goes from Christchurch to Picton.
Oh, yeah.
And then back again once a day. And that is the same train that goes past our house at Omahi.
Mm-hmm.
And very occasionally there might be like 1 freight train a day. So there's maybe like 3 trains. That's it. And yet, so I am currently in between Littleton and the Christchurch railway station. Littleton is where all of the big freight ships come in. Littleton Port is quite a major port. And so I think the amount of trains that are going past are purely carrying stuff from Littleton into Christchurch.
Well, that's good. We've had a lot of supply issues in New Zealand lately, so it's good.
Yeah.
I got 707 words done that sprint.
Yeah. Wee bit of New Zealand history for nobody, because nobody is interested in this. But when Christchurch was settled, all of the settler ships used to come and moor in Littleton, and then the settlers would have to get to Christchurch. And they had 2 options. They could go by boat, which meant they had to go out of Littleton Harbour and around past Sumner and in through the estuary. Unfortunately, there were lots of sandbars there, and this was really, really dangerous. Lots of boats got toppled over by the waves, and it was, not the best option, quite dangerous. The other option was walking over this massive great volcano, which is behind me, and called the Port Hills. And there, it's called the bridle path, and you can still walk the path. Like, imagine being 3 to 4 months on a boat, arriving at your destination and being told, yeah, your home is over that hill. Now get all of your belongings over it.
Oh my God.
And they called it the bridle path because you had to pull your horse by the bridle. You could not ride
Oh.
it. So, and when you go along it today, there are lots of benches that have been donated in memory of the pioneer woman and all of this other stuff. And you're like, yeah,
Oh,
the pioneer woman really wanted a place to sit down.
that's really nice.
Yeah, but there's this poor guy. So this guy, he arrived with his family on this ship. They struggled up to the top of the port hill, and he had a heart attack and died on the top of the port hill. So his widow spent 6 months living in Littleton because she was like, "Yeah, I'm not going over this awful mountain. I'm going back."
Yeah,
And
fair enough.
people fundraised for her and her many children, and I think she eventually got into Christchurch. But yeah, I have done it, Julie. It's not fun. Though I may attempt it again at some point, purely to hatch some Pokemon eggs.
Oh yeah.
I bet it would be brilliant for Pokemon up there, but we will see.
That's it sort of depends, because sometimes in the really rural areas you don't get much. They're more likely to be dense in the cities.
Yeah.
I've got to say, playing Pokemon in Japan is incredible because every single kombini is a Pokestop. And you know how many kombinis there are on a city block in Tokyo, and then there's all the sponsored ones, and then there's all the art, and all the museums and churches are all Pokestops as well. It's just crazy. Anyway, one more sprint.
Yeah, I would love to tell you about playing Pokemon in Japan. I did not experience this personally because I did not get my iPhone that could handle Pokemon until I was back in New Zealand, but I have stories.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put 20 more minutes on. I think I'm going to get my Nano words back up to par, hopefully, today.
Brilliant.
Maybe.
If not, I can give you some of my words.
Maybe. We'll see. All right. Starting now. That's our last sprint up. I was muted because I sneezed. Julian is also muted.
Sorry,
you can tell we're
that.
Professional YouTubers here.
Yeah, I had a giggle fit.
You did.
I had to mute myself. Then I started crying with laughter and had to like turn off the video and recover my composure.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came back, I had to then minimize the screen because just looking at Jamie makes almost set me off again.
Oh dear.
No trains though.
Right, I got 614 words. That's a little less than before because I suddenly couldn't remember if I'd written a scene into the book or if I just dreamed that I wrote it into the scene and into the book, and I actually couldn't find it, so I'm not sure if it happened or not. Still.
Oh. Do you want me to hang on after?
Yes.
I can tell you if I remember it happening.
Yes, that would be good. But I'm running a very, very sweet, cozy scene, which is pretty much going to be the last cute, sweet, cozy scene before everything hits the climax. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Although there are still many scenes, many chapters to go.
Speaking of getting there, Nikki, well done on
being super impressed
for winning Nano. That is brilliant. It's such a good feeling, and I am so stoked that you were able to get just that little bit further closer on our stream tonight. I finished summarizing the focus group, which was very good for my ego. Yeah. And in speaking of things that we're not sure happened, I had a nap this afternoon, and then immediately afterwards, either I dreamt I had a very weird phone call with my sister, or I had a very weird phone call with my sister. Solve this mystery by looking at my phone history, but at the moment, either option is likely. Equally likely.
Good. I love when when you wake up from a really good nap and you've got like no idea, like not even what time it is, but what day it is. Like your whole memory has been wiped by how good the nap is. Have you ever had that? That's one of my favorite things. I remember doing it on a Christmas day once because we'd got up early to do family brunch and then gone home before my my ex's parents for dinner, and I had time for a nap. So I had this nap and I just had no clue where I was, who I was, what day it was. My ex was like, we're going to go to Christmas dinner. I'm like, oh, it's Christmas. How exciting.
That's so cool. You got the excitement of Christmas twice.
Yeah, just all over again.
Julie's making slow progress with her project too. And yeah, it sounds like we all had a pretty good night.
I am up to 38,000 words. If I just write 340 more, then I'll be back up to par.
Awesome.
And it will be like I never got my teeth out at all. So I don't know if I'm going to manage that tonight. I might give it a go. See how I go. Otherwise, I'll catch up tomorrow. So that's all good.
Ooh. Okay, I'm suddenly tired. So I don't think I will be finishing. I might stay up a wee bit longer on this.
Sounds good. All right. Well, we will sign off.
So Julie
was down the line to tell me something.
Julie just sent me a text, and the first few lines of it gave me a very odd mental image. But Julie, think about what you sent me. Just look at those first few words, and yeah.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, Nikki. I might try and do another one of these later in the week because I'm really liking the momentum I've got with this project. So I want to keep it up, see if I can get through it. Julie says, oops. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Bye.
Ending the stream now.